Hi children, today we are going to learn ninth class chapter number 2, that is polynomials and factorization. So before we are going to start this chapter, we must know about some more other terms like what is constant terms or what is called variables and what is on algebraic expressions and what is coefficients. Okay, if you know these things, we can enter into this topic. So let us learn without wasting time. Let us learn about what is constant terms. Constant terms in the sense the daily counting numbers. The counting numbers are known as the constant terms. Like number 5, 6, 100, 1000, they are known as a constant terms. The numbers are known as a constant terms which does not change anyway. Wherever you go, we read a number as same. Yes. Now next we have to learn about variables. You know, the thing which is not constants, they are known as a variables. Either it may be numbers or anything. So suppose the daily temperature will be variable. Your height, the growth height, it is a variable. Okay, height of you, it's a variable. Yes. Then we can take some, like always this variable is denoted by lowercase alphabets x, y, z, a, b, c, and etc. These are the numbers. Yes. I hope that you got an idea about the constant and variables. Next, let us learn the combination of these constant terms and variables. We get expressions. Expression in the sense the combination of a variables and constant terms which are connected by the arithmetical operations are known as expressions. The combination of constant terms and variables which are interconnected with the arithmetical operations, they are known as expressions. Suppose let us see 5 constant term is x, 5 plus x are not 5 minus 5. It is an expression. Let's 5 into x or 5 into y are not 5 divided by x. So these are all called as expressions. So next, after these expressions, we need to learn about algebraic expressions. And algebraic expressions. What is the meaning of an algebraic expression? This we are learning from the 7th class. An algebraic expression, the variables, the combination of variables and constant terms which are connected by the arithmetical operations, they are known as a algebraic expression. These are also known as an algebraic expressions only. So these also will be known as algebraic expressions. The same definition will come here. Either expressions or algebraic expression, both are same. But expressions are basically two types. One is numerical expressions, the other one is algebraic expressions. Numerical expressions. Numerical expressions in the sense an expression which only contains a constant terms. Suppose 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8. In this only there are constant terms are connected. So this kind of expression known as a numerical expression. Numerical in the sense constant numbers. Numerical in the sense numbers. A expression which only contains the numbers, it is known as a numerical expression. If not, if an expression contains at least one variable, it is known as an algebraic expression. See, these are all examples of an algebraic expression. Suppose there is a big expression, let us see 5 plus 6 plus 7 plus 8x. Even though it is considered as an algebraic expression. An expression, at least if there is a one variable, it is known as an algebraic expression. So here, this is the main thing in the algebraic expression. We have to learn about algebraic expression. Let me write some algebraic expression. Suppose 5x plus 6. Here 5x square plus 3x plus 7. Third example, see 15x cube plus 7x square plus 6x plus 8. Fourth one, 100x cube plus 7x square plus 3. Or not see here. Next, 98x to the power of 100 minus 3x to the power of 50 plus 7x here minus 5. So these all are an algebraic expressions. These all are an algebraic expressions. These are the basics we must to know before we enter into this polynomials and factorization chapter. So now we have learned about the constant terms and variable. The combination of constant terms and variable is known as an expression. Expressions are classified into two types. One is the numerical expression. In that only we can see the numbers. Okay, in the expression, if it's at least one variable is present, it is known as algebraic expressions. And these are the examples of an algebraic expressions. Next, we must learn about coefficients. Coefficient. What is the meaning of a coefficient? The multiplying terms. The multiplying term is known as a coefficient of a particular. Suppose, let us see here in the first example. Let us write the coefficients here for these examples. Okay. What is the coefficient of x? X multiplied by is what? 5. So coefficient of x is 5. Clearly you listen. What is the coefficient of x square in the second example? What is the coefficient of x square? That is 5. So let's see here. What is the coefficient of x? Here x. What is the coefficient? That is 3. You have to see the symbol. It is the plus 3. So I will write as a 3 here. Then let's see here. What is the coefficient of x cube? That is 15. What is the coefficient of x square? That is minus 7. What is the coefficient of x? That is 6. And what is the constant term? In this third example, what is the constant term? The constant term is 8. Simple. In the same way, we can write here, what is the coefficient of x cube? That is 100. What is the coefficient of x square? That is 7. What is the constant term? That is 3. Now let me write here. What is the coefficient of x to the power of 100? That is 98. What is the coefficient of x to the power of 50? That is minus 3. What is coefficient of x? That is 7. What is the constant term here? Minus 5. So I hope you understand that what is the meaning of a coefficient. Now you got an idea about the constant term, variable, numerical expression and algebraic expression and the meaning of a coefficient. Now let us learn here about our chapter like a polynomial. We should know the meaning about our chapter, that is a polynomial. So let us learn what is the meaning of polynomial. So this is our chapter name. We must know about these polynomials. So what is the meaning of polynomial? Let us see here. Poly in the sense, it is a Latin word actually. Poly in the sense many. Nomal in the sense terms. An expression which contains many terms is known as a polynomial. Simple word. Poly, many, nomal, terms which contains many terms is known as a polynomial. This is a general thing we can say about the polynomial. But when come to the mathematical definition, we should say the definition, particular definition about the polynomial. Then we can say that the polynomial definition the way an algebraic expression. An algebraic expression. See, I can start before itself the polynomial definition, but you should be know what is meaning of an algebraic expression. That's why I explained the basics actually first. An algebraic expression in which the variable contains non-negative integers as a powers. It's known as polynomials. Simple, an algebraic expression in which the variable contains a non-negative integers as a powers. They are known as a polynomials. They are not considered as a polynomials. So here we must know that the variable should contains only non-negative integers. So what is the meaning of integers? Suppose the meaning of integers is contains 0 and positive values and negative value. So the set of these positive values and negative value and 0 is known as the integers. But here non-negative integers in the sense this non-negative integers should not be there. So only if non-negative integers as a powers in any variables, here we can see the variables, what x variables we can see. What is their powers? See here x power is 1, here x power is 2, x power is 1, x power is 3, x power is 2, x power is 1 here, x power is 3, x power is 2, and here x power is 100, x power is 50, here x power is 1, nothing but a always 1. So if x powers, if variables only contains non-negative integers as a powers, non-negative integers in the sense they should contain only positive integers as a powers, then they are known as a polynomial. Or not, they are not polynomial. You know already what is an algebraic expression. These are the algebraic expression. In this algebraic expression, if whatever in the algebraic expression, definitely there will be variables. If there is a variable, it's called as an algebraic expression. In algebraic expression, if that variable contains positive integers as a powers, that means non-negative integers as a powers, they are known as a polynomials. Or not, they are not as a polynomials. Polynomials is many, nominals is terms, which contains many terms is known as a polynomial. But mathematical definition comes to the mathematical definition and algebraic expression in which x, that means variables involved or variables contains a non-negative integers as a powers, then it's known as a polynomial. So let me write some here polynomials. See, let us try to identify either the given or polynomials or not. Let me write some examples. Let us write some examples here. X square plus 3x plus 5. Is it a polynomial? Yes, it is a polynomial because see the variable x. What is their powers? The power is positive always. So this is a polynomial. Let us identify which are polynomial or which are not a polynomials. Okay. Next we go for y to the power of 5 plus 6y plus 16y to the power of 2 plus 3. Is it a polynomial? Yes, it is also a polynomial because here y power is 5 and here y power is nothing but a 1 and here 2. So it is also a polynomial. So let me write the third one. X to the power of minus 2 plus 3x square plus 4x. Is it a polynomial? See, in these two cases, the powers of x is positive, but in this case, here there are three terms. In this first term itself, the variable contains a negative integer as a power, so it is not a polynomial. No, it is not a polynomial. The second one is a polynomial. See the fourth one now. See 1 by x square plus 3x plus 4. Is it a polynomial? See now you can see here x power is positive, here x power is positive. So can you say that it is a polynomial? No, it is not a polynomial because here you can say that x power is 2 sir. Why can't it is a polynomial? We can say that, but for this to understand this, we must have a little idea about a loss of exponents formulas, that is a to the power of minus n equal to 1 by a to the power of n. So the given term here, first term in the form of 1 by a to the power of n. So this, if you rewrite in this form, a to the power of minus n form, then x to the power of minus 2 we can write this 1 by a to the power of n form. So we write as a to the power of minus n form. So this plus 2 becomes a minus 2 here. Okay, then we rewrite this as a statement. See, 1 by x square we can write as a x to the power of minus 2, and this 3x and plus 4 we have written the same. So now you see that, is it a polynomial? No, it is not a polynomial. Simple. So here we need to be identify which of the followings are the polynomial or not. If they are given one algebraic expression, we have to identify either that an algebraic expression is a polynomial or not. If they contain, say, that variable contains a non-negative integers as a powers, they are known as a polynomial, or else they are not a polynomial. So let me write once again here 1 by x square plus 5x plus 6. Is it a polynomial? It's also not a polynomial. When we rewrite this, see, 1 by, see this 1 we can write as a 1 by x square plus here 1 by 5x plus 1 by 6 we can rewrite like this. So when we rewrite this, x to the power of minus 2 plus 1 by 5, I will keep it here x to the power of minus 1. This x only I brought it into the a to the power of minus n form plus 1 by 6. Now see that it is not at all a polynomial, because the variable involves a non-negative, variables involves a negative integer as a powers here. So it is not a polynomial. So I hope you got an idea about a polynomial now. Polynomial is nothing but an algebraic expression in which the variables contains only non-negative integers as a powers. They are known as a polynomial. So let us learn what is the general form of the polynomial first. What is general form of a polynomial? That means how it will be. Let us see. Let me write the general form of a polynomial here. Polynomials always will denote p in the sense polynomial p of x. We should read as a p of x. That means polynomial in terms of x. P of y, p of z. We can write anything, but the polynomial we have to express the variable we use in the polynomial, that is the x. Okay, here I will write a n x to the power of n plus, and we will use here a0 x to the power of n, a1 x to the power of n minus 1. Okay, then plus a2 x to the power of n minus 2 plus a3 x to the power of n minus 3 plus and so on, plus here you see a n minus 2 x to the power of 2 plus a n minus 1 x to the power of 1 plus a n. It is a general form of a polynomial. Or not, we can also write in this way. However, you can write the polynomial in terms of x, a n x to the power of n plus a n minus 1 x to the power of n minus 1 plus a n minus 2 x to the power of n minus 2 plus and so on, plus here a2 x to the power of 2 plus a1 x to the power of 1 plus a0. Here in this way, any way you can write. See that the degrees of the variable should be in the descending order. n minus 1, n minus 2, n minus 3 and so on, x square, x to the power of 1, and there is no x here. So simple. So here in this way you can write. See, this is the general form of a polynomial. General form of polynomial. General form of a polynomial. Let's see. Here, let us try to understand here. When there is a a0, a1, a2, a3, what are these? a0, comma, a1, comma, a2, comma, a3, and so on till an we have. Till an. So what are these? These are known as a coefficients. These are known as a coefficient. We know the meaning of a coefficient, that multiplying terms to the variable is known as a coefficient. Here the variable is x to the power of n. What is the coefficient of x to the power of n? That is a0. What is the coefficient of x to the power of n minus 1? That is a1. What is the coefficient of x to the power of n minus 2? That is a2. What is coefficient of x to the power of n minus 3? That is a3. So in this way, so a0, a1, a2, a3 and so on, an they are known as a coefficient. Here x is known as a variable. Here n is a the power or not degree of this polynomial. Here n is a degree of the polynomial. So here there is a one more condition. Here a0 should not be equal to 0. a0 should not be equal to 0. That means in the place of a0 it should be any number. Here in this case, if you write the polynomial in this form, an, it should not be equal to 0. Why this a0 or not this an should not be equal to 0? Let us write. Instead of this a0, let us think it is a 0. Let us think it is a 0. 0 into x to the power of n. That means 0 into any number it will be give us 0. That means this term completely will be 0. That means it changes the degree of this polynomial. Before the degree of the polynomial is what? Before that, the degree of this polynomial is when there is a a0 here, x to the power of n. Before here, in this case, the degree of the polynomial is n. In this case also, the degree of the polynomial, highest degree of this polynomial is n. That means highest power, that is n. But if a0 is equal to 0, or not an is equal to 0, what happens? This complete term becomes 0. That means the degree will be changed. This is 0. So the degree will be changed. That is n minus 1 is the degree. So here clearly they mention that this is a general form of a polynomial. Here clearly you should say that a0 x to the power of n or not an x to the power of n. The first term should not be equal to 0, because if it is make it 0, completely it changes the degree of the polynomial. So we'll also learn that what is degree of the polynomial also. Okay, let us learn the degree of the polynomial terms also. So this is a general form of a polynomial, and this you need to be remember. This p of x is polynomial in the terms of x. If p of y if I use, that means the polynomial in the terms of y. Here I should use y. Then okay, that's it. Okay, then let us see polynomials. There are different types of polynomials. Okay, let us first we will learn that what is the degree of the polynomial. Then let us after that we will learn what is the types of polynomials. Okay, then let us learn what is degree of the polynomial. You might be learning in your earlier classes about the degree of an algebraic expression. Same way, degree of the polynomial. Let me write here, suppose any polynomial 5x to the power of 2 plus 3x plus 6. It is a polynomial because the variable contains only positive integers as a power. So what is the degree of this polynomial? The highest degree of an algebraic expression. The highest degree of the polynomial. That means highest degree of this algebraic expression is known as the degree of the polynomial. Highest degree. What is the highest degree? Here degree. There are three terms here. One term, second term and third term. Only plus or minus will be divided into the term. So here plus in the sense this is one term, this is second term and this is the third term. In this term the degree is 2. In this term the variable degree is 1. Variable power is known as a degree. The power of the variable is known as a degree. Here there is no power. Okay, here nothing but 0. Now see, what is the highest degree? 2. So here 2 is known as the degree of this polynomial. Let me write the second example here. 5x to the power of 100 plus 3x to the power of 98 plus 4x to the power of 200. What is the degree of this polynomial? The highest degree of this algebraic expression is known as the degree of the polynomial. Highest degree is what here? 200. So here 200 is known as the degree of this polynomial. Degree of the polynomial. We go for the third one. 5x square y square plus 3x square y plus 4x. Let us see what is the degree of the polynomial. Here we need to count. See, here both are involved in this. X and y variables are there to understand in this case. See here 2 and 2. That means here degree completely 4. Here 2 and here 1. That is here completely 3. Here is only 1x. So what is the highest degree here? 4. So what is the degree of this that is 4. Okay, next I hope you understand what is the degree of a polynomial. The highest degree of an algebraic expression is known as the degree of the polynomial. Okay, when you know this basic, then only you can learn about the polynomials exercise number 1. Okay, here again we have to learn about the polynomial types of polynomials. Okay, types of polynomials. Let us see, the polynomial is classified into many types. Okay, let us learn one by one. The first one, zero polynomial. Zero polynomial. What is zero polynomial? If an algebraic expression contains zero as a term, it is known as a zero polynomial. Okay, if an algebra contains only zero, an algebraic expression which contains only zero, it is known as a zero polynomial. How can we say it is an algebraic expression? See, suppose p of x. Let me write. Suppose p of x equal to 0. It is known as a zero polynomial. Zero polynomial. Okay. Next, I will tell you in depth again. Next, constant polynomial. Zero polynomial and constant polynomial. Constant polynomial means an algebraic expression if it contains only constant term, then it is known as a constant polynomial. Suppose 5. It is a constant number. No any other terms are there, only constant term. So constant polynomial. Then the third one, linear polynomial. Linear polynomial. If an algebraic expression in which if the variable power is 1, in algebraic expression the power of the variable if it is 1, it is known as a linear polynomial. Suppose here 5x plus 3. It is a linear polynomial. See, 5x plus 3. So what is the power of the variable? That is 1. If power of the variable is 1, it is known as a linear polynomial. If an algebraic expression where the power of the variable is 1, it is known as a linear polynomial. Next, quadratic polynomial. Next one is quadratic polynomial. Quadratic polynomial is an algebraic expression in variable, power of the variable. If the power of the variable is 2, then it is known as a quadratic polynomial. Right? An algebraic expression in which if the variable contains 2 as a power, then it is called as a quadratic polynomial. So what is the degree? If an algebraic expression contains degree 1 as a degree, it is known as a linear polynomial simply. Okay, in this way we can say, if an algebraic expression contains 2 as a degree, what is the degree of this algebraic expression? That is 2. Highest degree of this algebraic expression is known as the degree of the polynomial. If this degree of the polynomial is 2, it is known as a quadratic polynomial. If degree of the polynomial is 1, it is known as a linear polynomial. If degree, that means it is a constant term, it is known as a constant polynomial, means there will be a single term. Okay, let us discuss about the degrees also later. Let's go for again. And fifth one, cubic polynomial. Mainly we discuss about this only, cubic polynomial. Okay, next here, if an algebraic expression contains 3 as a degree, it is known as a cubic polynomial. And in algebraic expression, if variables contains 3 as a degree, 3 as a power, then it is known as a cubic polynomial. 5x cube minus any example 2x square plus 3x plus 6, whatever I write. So what is the highest degree in this polynomial? That is 3. So it is a cubic polynomial. What is the highest degree of this? 2. So it is a quadratic polynomial. What is the highest degree here? That is 1. So linear polynomial. So let us discuss about. Again we have biquadratic polynomial also. Biquadratic polynomial. So the biquadratic polynomial in the sense, if degree is a 4, that is known as a biquadratic polynomial. Again it will be continuous. If degree is 5, it will be that will be different. Okay. Now let's go for about degrees of this polynomial. Degree. What is the degree of the zero polynomial? What is the degree of the zero polynomial? It is cannot be defined. Cannot be defined. The degree of the zero polynomial is cannot be determined. Cannot be determined. The degree of the zero polynomial is cannot be determined. There will be no degree of this zero polynomial because it is a zero. How can you say that degree of the zero polynomial cannot be determined? What is the degree of the constant polynomial? This is important. What is the degree of constant polynomial? The degree of constant polynomial is 0. The degree of constant polynomial is 0. How can I say the degree of the constant polynomial is 0? Suppose here it is given that p of x equal to 5. So this 5 are not p of x equal to suppose any number 6 or 5. So this 5 I can write as a 5 into 1. Is there any change now? No change. So what I will write now later, this 1 I write as a x to the power of 0. Why x to the power of 0? As we have from the laws of exponents formula, that is a to the power of 0 equal to 1 or else x to the power of 0 equal to 1. Any power, if it is 0, if power is 0, that is always equal to 1. So this 1 we can write as a x to the power of 0. 5 into x to the power of 0. That means I can write here 5x to the power of 0. What is the degree of this constant term now? Degree in the sense the power of the variable. What is the variable here? X. And what is the power of this variable? That is 0. So the constant term 5 is always contains 0 as a polynomial. Not only 5, you take any constant term, always the degree of the constant polynomial is 0. Degree of the constant polynomial, degree of the 15 is 0, degree of the 1500 0, degree of 600 0, degree of 7 0, degree of minus 7 0. Any number. Minus 7 we can write minus 7 into 1, minus 7 into x to the power of 0, that means the degree is 0. So here in this way we can say the degree of the constant polynomial always 0. What is the degree of the linear polynomial? Here we know the degree is what here? Variable power. Power of the variable is known as the degree. What is the degree here? 1. Yes, the degree of the linear polynomial is 1. What is the degree of quadratic polynomial? That is 2. What is the degree of the cubic polynomial? That is 3. So now you know about what is the polynomial and types of polynomials and their degrees. Here you need to remember zero polynomial. The degree of zero polynomial is cannot be determined. We cannot tell the degree of the zero polynomial. That is, we don't have any degree of the zero polynomial. And constant polynomial, the degree of the constant polynomial is 0. And linear polynomial, if degree is a 1 in the given polynomial, if degree is 1, it is known as the linear polynomial. In the given polynomial, if its degree is 2, it is known as the quadratic polynomial. In the given polynomial, if degree is 3, it is known as the cubic polynomial. Simple, you can identify now. If I give anything, you can identify either it is a linear polynomial or not a zero polynomial or not a constant polynomial or cubic polynomial or quadratic polynomial. You can easily identify based on their degrees. Okay, zero polynomial and constant polynomial very easy to be identified. If degree is 1, linear polynomial. If degree is 2, quadratic polynomial. If degree is 3, that is cubic polynomial. Okay, let us learn here next about monomial, binomial and trinomials. So here this terms should not be get confused. But first thing, monomial. Okay, if a polynomial contains only one term, it is known as a monomial. Suppose p of x equal to 6x. So it is a monomial because here there is only one term. Here it contains only one term. 6x. Or not, I will write some more examples. I'll write some more examples. See, 6x, only one term. 6 to the power, x to the power of 100, it is a one term. X to the power of 200, it is also a one term. Minus 7x to the power of 3, it is also one term. So, if a polynomial contains only a single term, it is known as a monomial. Or not, if an algebraic expression contains only one term, it is known as a monomial. Next one, binomial. Binomial. Monomial of the binomial. If an algebraic expression contains two terms, 6x plus 3 or x to the power of 100 plus 4 and here 3x to the power of 2 plus 5 or x to the power of 6 minus 3, whatever. This all contains two terms. If an algebraic expression or if a polynomial contains only two terms, it is known as a binomial. Next, you all know that is trinomial. Trinomial. Binomial after trinomial. Simple, you can say that if an algebraic expression contains three terms, it is known as a trinomial. Suppose ax square plus 3x plus 2. Okay, or not here 9x square, you can say. Here ax square plus bx plus c. Here there are three terms. Minus 3 x to the power of 100 plus here 2 x to the power of 98 minus x to the power of 6, whatever. Here in algebraic expressions contains only three terms, it is known as a trinomial. Okay, if it is more than three terms, it is known as a multinomials again. Multinomials. So the fourth one is multinomials. Multinomial. If it's more than three terms or not more than two terms, also will be considered as a multinomials. Suppose here 5x to the power of 100 plus 3x to the power of 2 plus 6x plus 7, whatever. This is a multinomial. See that. Now here you need to be understand one thing. So what is zero polynomial? If there is a zero, if polynomial contains only zero as a term, it is known as a zero polynomial. If a polynomial contains only a constant term, that is known as a constant polynomial. If a polynomial contains 1 as a degree, it is known as a linear polynomial. If 2 as a degree, it is known as a quadratic polynomial. A polynomial contains 3 as a degree, it is known as a cubic polynomial. Then here based on terms, here based on powers, based on the degree will decide which kind of polynomial it is. Based on degree. If degree is 0, that is constant polynomial. If degree is 1, linear polynomial. Degree is 2, quadratic polynomial. Degree is 3, cubic polynomial. Then what is monomial, binomial, trinomial and multinomial? It is based on terms. How many terms are involved in an algebraic expression? Based on that we will tell either it is a monomial or binomial or trinomial or multinomial. Based on the terms, how many terms are involved in it. Based on that we will tell either monomial or binomial, trinomial or multinomial. Based on the degree, we can decide which kind of a polynomial it is. So here there is no rule such a binomial or a linear a linear polynomial should have only two terms. There is no condition like that. Linear polynomial in the sense degree should be 1, that's it. Either it can have only one term or it can be having only two terms. Okay. A linear polynomial can have one term or two terms. There is no limit like there is no condition like that. A linear polynomial can have one term or not, it can also have two terms. Here quadratic polynomial can have one term or two terms or three terms also. See here 5x square is a linear polynomial. 5x square plus 5x linear polynomial. 5x square plus 5x plus 3 it is also linear polynomial. But here we need to understand that a polynomial should have degrees 2, then it is called as a quadratic polynomial. If degree is not 2, it is not a quadratic polynomial. So only degree we need to observe. We should not see that how many terms are there in it, how many terms are involved in it. Okay, but a linear polynomial maximum it should have maximum it has two terms. A cubic polynomial maximum it has three terms. See, cubic polynomial. 1, 2 and 3. Okay. Quadratic polynomial. A cubic polynomial. Maximum it has 4 terms. See. 1, 2, 3, 4. If this contains one term also, it is called as a cubic polynomial. Maximum it contains 4 terms. Minimum it should have one term. That term should contain definitely power 3. Then only it is cubic polynomial. 5x cube. It is a cubic polynomial. 5x cube minus 2x square. If they are given till here also, it is a cubic polynomial. Only we see what is the highest degree. If highest degree is 3, that is cubic polynomial. If highest degree is 2, that is known as a quadratic polynomial. In that, so here monomial. Monomial in the sense, if you have only one term, it is known as a monomial. If there is a 2 terms, binomial. Here we should not see about their powers. We should not see about their powers. A monomial can have with degree 1, a monomial can have with degree 100, a monomial can have degree with 200 or 1 lakh also. It is not a matter. How many terms are there? Only one term, so it is a monomial. 2 terms, so it is a binomial. We should not see about their powers. But based on the powers, we can say which type of polynomial it is. Based on how many terms, based on the terms, we can see either monomial, binomial, trinomial or multinomial. But here, let's see, we have a general form of a polynomial. I have told you that a0 x to the power of n, a1 x to the power of n minus 1, a2 x to the power of n minus 2 and so on. a2 x to the power of, sorry, an minus 2 x to the power of 2, an minus 1 x to the power of 1 and an. This is known as a general form of polynomial. In the same way, we have a general form of a linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial also. Okay, let me write here general form of a linear polynomial. That is ax plus b. Ax plus b in the sense, here power is 1. So it is linear polynomial. A and b are known as a coefficient. That means b is a constant term, a is a coefficient of x. And here a should not be equal to 0. Why a should not be equal to 0? If it is a equal to 0, this x term completely becomes 0. Then there will be no x term. That means only constant term will be left. Then the linear polynomial become a constant polynomial. If a equal to 0, if you write, if a is not equal to 0, it is a linear polynomial always. So here this is a general form of a linear polynomial. In this general form of a linear polynomial, we have 2 terms. If you have only one term also, it is known as a linear polynomial. But the general form of a linear polynomial is ax plus b. Now general form of a quadratic polynomial, ax square plus bx plus c. Power 2, power 1 and constant term. Power 1, constant term. Power 2, power 1 and constant term. Ax square plus bx plus 3. How many terms are there? Maximum we have 3 terms. See, quadratic polynomial we have maximum 3 terms. Linear polynomial maximum we have 2 terms. A cubic polynomial maximum we will be having 3 terms. What is that? Ax cube plus bx square. Next cx. Okay, cx to the power of 1 plus d. So how many terms we have? Maximum 4 terms. But we should not mind about how many terms it has. Maximum we can write cubic polynomial, maximum it has 4 terms. More than 4 terms we cannot write a cubic polynomial. A cubic polynomial can write with a 1 term or 2 terms or 3 terms, maximum 4 terms. A quadratic polynomial we can write a maximum with 3 terms or not with 2 terms or not. A single term also will be called as a quadratic polynomial. Suppose if I write it 5x square, it is a quadratic polynomial. 5x to the power of 3, cubic polynomial. 5x is a linear polynomial. 5 is a constant polynomial. 0 is a zero polynomial. So based on the power, but should not say that a quadratic polynomial must be have 3 terms. No, there is no such a rule that a quadratic polynomial must have 3 terms, and there is no rule that a linear polynomial must be have a 2 terms and cubic polynomial must be have 4 terms. No, a linear polynomial can have 1 term or 2 terms, maximum 2 terms. A quadratic polynomial maximum it can have 3 terms or 2 or 1 term also. Cubic polynomial also similarly same, maximum 4 or 3 or 2, minimum 1 term. So these are the general forms of the linear polynomial ax plus b. Here a is a coefficient of x and b is a constant term. Here general form of quadratic polynomial ax square plus bx plus c. Here condition is that a is not equal to 0 again, because if a equal to 0, x square term becomes 0. Then x square is 0. What will be left here? Bx plus c. bx in the sense x to the power of 1, it becomes a linear polynomial then. So if you write a equal to 0, but a should not be equal to 0 always. So this is a general form of a quadratic polynomial, that is ax square plus bx plus c, where a is not equal to 0. So here a and b are the coefficient. A is a coefficient of x square, b is a coefficient of x, c is a constant term. Here general form of a cubic polynomial ax cube plus bx square plus cx plus d, where a is not equal to 0 again. A, b, c are coefficients of x and d is a constant term. So I hope you got an idea about these polynomials. So we have learned about the constant terms and variables. The combination of constant term and variable is known as a expressions. The expressions are two types: numerical expression and algebraic expression. If an expression contains only numbers, it is known as a numerical expression. If at least one variable contains, it is known as the algebraic expression. In the algebraic expressions, we have learned about the coefficients, and next after that we have learned about the definition of the polynomial, then general form of the polynomial. After the general form of the polynomial, we have learned about the degree of the polynomial. Highest degree of an algebraic expression is known as the degree of the polynomial, or highest degree of a polynomial. Highest degree is known as the degree of the polynomial. Then types of polynomials like a zero polynomial, constant polynomial, linear polynomial, quadratic polynomial, cubic polynomial, and their degrees. This is important degrees. Mainly degree of the constant term is, or not, degree of constant polynomial is 0. That is very important. And its degree is 1, linear polynomial degree is 2, quadratic polynomial degree is 3, cubic polynomial. And based on the terms, we can say that there are monomial, binomial, trinomial and multinomial. Okay, here if degree is 1, linear polynomial, degree is 2, quadratic polynomial, degree is 3, cubic polynomial. So here in the monomial, binomial, trinomial and multinomial, there is no matter of discussing about their degrees. We only discuss about how many number of terms are there. If 3 terms, trinomial, 2 terms, binomial, 1 term, monomial. If more than 3 terms, multinomial. We should say that. Okay. Now, but here in the types of polynomial, it depends on the degrees. Degree 1, linear polynomial. Degree 2, quadratic polynomial. Degree 3, cubic polynomial. This you should not get confused. And about coefficients we discussed. Okay. These are the very important to do our chapter actually. Okay. In our next video, we'll learn the chapter exercise number 1. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you all.